G'day and welcome to part 1 of my mini-series where I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know for your face. So our first very important step, you need to moisturize before you start, and I would recommend something with SPF built into the moisturizer because when you build SPF into your foundation, it tends to get greasy feeling and doesn't stay on your face quite as long. So I'd recommend applying moisturizer first. Moisturizer's on, hair's up, potato face is activated, and we're ready to move on to primer. Primer is very, very important because without it your makeup won't stay as long. The foundation will start to become patchy. A lot of people seem to think that moisturizing your skin does prime your skin, but that's not the actual case. Primer contains a small amount of glycerin. I'm talking. Which is very, very important for making sure that the foundation stays on your face, doesn't break down throughout the day, doesn't start to drip off, which is disgusting that this happened. It helps with people who have the oily T-zone like myself to help prevent the oiliness from coming through as often, and so you want to 100% prime your skin. You've got to make sure to prime your neck. Sure you let your primer set for half a minute. Alright, foundation is on. No, not foundation. I'm sorry. Primer is on. Primer being the foundation for your foundation. You don't build a house without putting down a concrete slab first. Foundation, I would recommend everyone use liquid personally. I don't find that powder foundations work for people very well. If it does work for you, props to you. But you want to find a foundation that suits your skin type. You want to find a foundation that suits your skin type. So I have this one, and it's designed for combination oily skin. So it has mattifying properties in it to help with the oily parts as well. But if you've got dry skin, you want to try and find a foundation that has moisturizers in it, or a satin finish at least, because that has less likelihood of giving you cake face, which nobody wants to see. And normal skin types can use whatever the hell you damn please because you have perfect skin. A wet beauty blender is very, very important because it makes the difference between the sponge taking up all of the liquid on your face and the sponge blending all the liquid on your face. So you want a damp, not dripping, it's not dripping. You want to take a damp beauty blender and just gently pat to make sure that you have no streaks, no lines, none of that nonsense. No, now I'm all blended, so now we're going to move on to concealer. I like using the Maybelline one, but honestly, it's whatever concealer suits you. Cream concealer is better suited for people with normal skin because it generally just sits on top of your skin and does what it's supposed to do. But liquid is definitely better for people with dry and oily because it doesn't dry you out throughout the day. So cream concealer can for those of us with that skin type. Like so. Now, triangles are very important because if you just conceal your under eyes and don't extend it down, you're going to find that you're still still seeing any like puffiness or dark under circles because you've not concealed it to blend in with the rest of your skin. So you want to do triangles like this, and it'll also do a little bit of highlighting at the same time. And then you just target any little spots that you don't want to come through. Now you can use one of these. This will definitely work to blend out your concealer. But if you can get your hands on a little one, you should. Because it just gets into crevices a bit better. Make sure that you blend all the way and that you blend all of it. Don't just leave a shiny spot in the middle. That'll look weird. And I'm only blending my concealer onto my eyes because I still have redness from when I waxed my brows yesterday. So. And before you panic, there's nothing I can do about my giant pore. It just doesn't go away. If I really am desperate, I'll apply a little bit of the Benefits Pro Balm over the top before I set my makeup, but I tend not to worry about it. It's my face. So, I like to powder and bake with the same product, and here's why. This is a pressed powder that I use. If you take the Still Damp Beauty Blender that you used for your foundation routine, you can bake with any pressed powder that you want and it will still give you that skin-like quality. So I like to take my thing and rub it in until I've got the product on here, and then I just press very gently and then take more and press, and this will set. It's called baking. Instagram has made it excessively so, but you do want to do the baking step, just not like, you know, fierce white snow queen princess kind of baking. You want to take that Instagram trend and just tone it down a bit. It's like nobody wears walkway models makeup styles, but they do wear a version of it, so you just want to take the everyday version of baking and set your under eye. And with this, I don't have to wipe it away, it just stays on my skin and bakes. So then I take the same stuff now and grab a powder brush. I like to use a curved one and set my makeup, all of it. Baking is very, very important for a couple of different reasons. Even if you didn't call it baking, I suppose, it's still setting concealer. You still want to make sure that that concealer is set so it doesn't move. So baking is very, very important, even if you're not doing it in Instagram way, because you 100% need to be setting your concealer, otherwise it can wrinkle, it can crinkle, it will just come off your face. And the last thing you want is to set wrinkles under your eyes. That's not attractive for anyone. It's really, really not. So, then I take the same product. You can use whatever powder that you want to, and I've just swiped it all over my face to set my foundation, and we're done. Your base is completed. So I hope you managed to follow along pretty well. I hope you managed to take some notes, write them down, learn a bit, and now your face will be exactly what you always hoped it would be. Alright guys, stick around for part 2. This is the one you've all been waiting for. It's how to contour, and we all need to know that. Well, we don't. If you're chiseled already, just screw you. Alright, stay beautiful, guys. And now we blend. What? Will it blend? The answer is yes, with a sponge.